Stop thinking about yourself for 1 second. My thing about moving abroad is that it benefits kids much more than parents even consider when they are making the decision about moving abroad. Did you know that most children who have moved abroad end up becoming bilingual? They end up picking up another language. As a matter of fact, my 2 sons are now fluent in Mandarin Chinese, and my daughters are learning Arabic. So what is the deal? What is the benefit for kids about moving abroad? If you guys are new to this channel, my name is Jamelia Greer. I'm a serial expat. I've raised 4 kids abroad, and I'm just a proponent of people moving abroad because I think it's so beneficial for you in so many ways. And who wants to stay in one spot anyway? Who wants to just remain in the country you were born in just because you have a piece of paper that says you were born there, right? So how does moving abroad help kids? The first thing that I've seen in terms of raising kids abroad is that it's the language skills. Right, and language does so much more than just give you another skill, another language to speak. Language skills build confidence, they help you meet new people, you become a better communicator generally, you get to read and understand people. I also think it makes you more empathetic because language is not just sounds, it's a way of understanding and communicating. And it's a huge benefit for long term. We all know the job market is tough. But if you can speak Chinese, you are like 5 steps ahead of the game. So that's another reason I would say that moving abroad is really helpful for kids. And the way that this happens is so organic. If you live in the US and you want your child to become fluent in Chinese or fluent in Arabic or fluent in whatever language, you're gonna have to send them to a special school. They're gonna have to spend hours and hours studying in boring books, right? They probably won't have any friends that they can converse with naturally. And you know what? It's not even gonna be fun. But if you move to another country and your child is immersed in a culture, it's a totally different experience. They're enjoying the language naturally because it's all around them. And they're actually forced to adapt. You know, how long can you live in Shanghai without speaking any Chinese? I mean, in this day and age, pretty long, but at the end of the day, it makes your life a whole lot easier. No matter what country you live in, if you can speak the local language, it makes your life so much easier. And so I'm a huge advocate for kids learning a language that way instead of learning through books. Also, you make friends. You know, I think that when my sons first started making friends in China, they probably felt a little bit weird, a little bit awkward because they were not speaking their mother tongue. They were speaking Chinese and other kids were conversing back to them in Chinese, and it pushed them out of their comfort zone. But that pushing them out of their comfort zone built up confidence, it built resilience, and I think they're just better networkers because of it. And for me, even though, well, I started to learn Chinese when I was 19, so I was a little bit older. But it definitely made me more in tune with people's body language because you know what? If you don't know what someone is saying, you're gonna try to look for other clues in their face and then their body expressions. So that is just something else. That is another benefit there. You just become more in tune with human interactions. And so if you're watching this video and you're wondering, how can I get my child to learn another language? The real answer is by immersing them in a culture. It's by immersing them in movies, in games, in songs, in friendships, in food. We didn't even talk about food yet because food is a whole nother door into learning another culture. So that's something to think about. At the end of the day, there's a huge benefit to raising global citizens. It's not just for these benefits to themselves as an individual. I'm a firm believer that if you are raising a child that is more empathetic, a better communicator, someone who understands people who are different, you're raising someone that can contribute to the world in a different kind of way. And I think we just need more people like that. And so it's not just about moving to another country to make a lot of money or to start a business or to take photos and put them on Instagram like, oh, look, we're in Abu Dhabi or wherever. That's all great. But at the end of the day, there has to be a social benefit. What is the social benefit for what you're doing? And we need more diverse global citizens. So for me, as a Black woman raising kids abroad, it means quite a bit because they can walk into spaces and have a totally different perspective than their peers. Whether their peers are coming from China or UAE or the US, they're just gonna have a unique perspective. And I think that's what the world needs today. All right, guys, that was my quick take on raising kids abroad and the language skills that they'll get. If you have any questions or you're considering moving abroad with your kids, make sure you check out my free email course in the link below. It's talking all about how to move abroad, how to build a business abroad, etc. And leave comments, ask me questions. I'd love to hear from you. Until next time, take care.